It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Like we know, these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Holmgren. And it's good for 2. Giannis has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Milwaukee. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
Lillard from outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. Kuzma pulls it in. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Giannis. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little risky right now.
Goes up on the wing. Count that one for Dort.
Boy, you've got to have a tight handle to make that kind of move. Lou Dort, show off.
One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
And the Bucks with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Lillard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
That free throw, no good. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6. Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Here's Giannis after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
And the rebound goes to Lopez. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against Indiana. And here's Prince outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
A good percentage of Taurean Prince shots are from distance, and you can see why right there.
Dort against Prince. With the shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. The kick out to Lopez. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo dishes to Prince. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Hartenstein with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Lillard with the bucket.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 34 points in the win against Indiana.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Outside Prince. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Just 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now, talking about Damian Lillard, coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now, we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy, guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Trent. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let-up in him all night.
Now, here's Green. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. Holmgren against Portis. Lets it go from the wing. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Down low. Here's Dort. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Holmgren kicks to Williams. The Thunder with another miss. Milwaukee in the lead. Right side, Portis. That 3 off the mark. Holmgren finds Dort. On the wing, Williams. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 5 men. From deep 3-point territory. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 2. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Portis in at the center, filling out the middle.
First team foul.
And Milwaukee has possession, trailing by 4. Here's Rollins, covered by Joe, and there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Portis for 3. They get it back. Rollins. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wallace left side. Pass to Joe. Caruso against Trent. Puts it up from 17. Caruso, no good. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Doors, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
The first one falls. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
Caruso with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Hartenstein passes to Joe. And that one, good. And the Thunder lead by 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Lillard kicks to Portis. And there's the drive. And Portis throws it down.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Taurean Prince comes in for Gary Trent. Now here's Caruso. A 20-point game for him in the win against Indiana. That one falls. The Bucks trail. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Joe. Covered by Lillard. Joe can't get it to go. And stolen by Wiggins. Lillard against Wallace. There's the three. Kuzma pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Rollins. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Wallace. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wallace has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. Goes up again. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Here's Williams. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket. The Thunder have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Wiggins. And the Thunder lead by 2. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. To the inside. And to Antetokounmpo. Wiggins with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Wallace misses. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And it's Lillard missing. Thunder have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Shoots from the right block. That one off the back iron and out. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Lopez passes to Prince. With the floater, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
Holmgren kicks to Williams. Wallace outside. The 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Wallace has got 7 now in this quarter. And some good action to the Thunder out in front, up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Doc, does it look like you guys are getting the looks you want offensively?
I don't mind the shots. They're good shots for the most part. I would like extra passes every once in a while, but overall, our shots have been not bad. We got to get stops.
Okay, we'll see if the ball moves or sticks in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
You know, every team talks about playing unselfishly. In the first half, it didn't look like there was an ego on this team. Now, looks can be deceiving, but the assist totals back up what we saw.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
That's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And the Thunder with the possession here. 3-point lead. The 4 and the 5. The lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. The Thunder shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Kuzma. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Kuzma's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Shot preparation, the anticipation of the pass. Kuzma, easy work.
Passes it to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Yes! And the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Gilgeous-Alexander has that ability to adjust in midair, take the contact. That is nicely done.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the miss by Giannis.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Hartenstein, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder. The Bucks shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Giannis, defended by Holmgren. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Timeout called the Bucks. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. Bucks trail by 8. Porter in the corner. To the left side wing. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Joe finds Williams. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Thunder have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. First free throw is good. That one misses. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Trent. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Joe, and he lays it straight in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren Kevin was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Here's Rollins. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Kuzma can't get it to go. Caruso against Trent, and he uses the glass on the layup. Caruso's got his second basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rollins the pass to Porter. And here's Kuzma. Up again. Portis on the follow. Portis has got 8.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
For the Thunder, Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Holmgren. And Wallace subbed in for Isaiah Joe. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Green's checked in. Now, here's Trent. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Gary Trent Jr.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Green passes to Kuzma. He gets it in there. He has 6.
Kyle Kuzma doing work in the painted area. That's beautiful.
Levine. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Porter passes to Kuzma. Porter finds Kuzma. Over Wiggins. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist from Porter. 8 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Just soft touch in the mid-range right there by Kyle Kuzma. Just accepting what the defense is willing to concede.
Bucks trail by 9. And it's Trent off the drive.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Porter looking it over. From deep. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points now in the second half. And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks trail by 7. On the court for the Bucks, Damian Lillard out there at Prince, and it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Green in at the 3. Prince can't hit.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Bucks ball.
The Bucks shooting around 41% on the night. Wallace against Lillard. Holmgren with the steal. Here's Dort. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Thunder lead by 9. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball, and really in terms of what they've done defensively.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Williams dishes to Holmgren. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Here we are sizing up Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez inside. He's defended by Hartenstein. Kicks it out to Prince. Kept alive. Here's Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And another shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And when Giannis is sinking that shot, he is impossible to guard.
Here's Williams. Missed inside.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
It's Prince on the wing, defended by Dort. Prince against Dort. Here's Lopez, and it goes down 2 points. And now it's only a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
And I love it when Lopez attacks inside. Even with contact, he can find a way to score.
Williams, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And that's now 7 points here for Jalen Williams. Here is Lillard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Green. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass to Dort. Williams for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
3-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Joe with it. Lopez covering. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Big time slam, Giannis! Oh my!
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Fast break, Milwaukee. The second effort. Can't get the layup. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. It's a 5-point game. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks shooting 41% for the game. Pass to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. Giannis against Holmgren. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good that time. Good D by Holmgren. To the middle. Here's Dort. That misses off the backboard.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. Timeout called the Bucks. They're behind by 7. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bucks.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Damian Lillard. Third personal foul. First team foul.
34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. When they go to the intentional foul.
Fourth personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your defender, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Takes the three. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have a clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.